I'll be down in 10 minutes, I yelled downstairs to my parents and their friend. Their friend was waiting there to drive us to the airport for our family trip to Iran. I was packing my suitcase. And so I was a procrastinator. I'm the only procrastinator in my family. Anxious procrastination. And theirs is anxiety-riddled organization, but the anxiety of their organization is only felt by me. Everyone else seems fine with it. I finally finished packing my suitcase, and we made it to the airport, and we hand our passports, our Canadian passports, to the check-in attendant. And then the holding the breath starts because we have to weigh our suitcases. And while I spent 10 minutes before leaving packing my suitcases, my parents spent months and months and months shopping and packing and repacking, packing again, because we immigrated to Canada in 1985 and we still had a lot of family back in Iran. And so any trip to Iran, we would go and buy lots of gifts, make sure that the gifts, we had a large family, so we would buy gifts for everybody, and then my parents would make sure that they balanced the suitcases so the weight was distributed properly. And sometimes the weighing at home, the scale at home and the scale at the airport didn't match. So we were the main attraction of the Pearson Airport with our suitcases open, moving things around. And that's how I learned to pack my underwear under everything. Because the last thing you want is to open up your suitcase and have your red underwear at the top of the pile. Luckily that day, everything balanced and it was fine. We didn't need to open up our suitcases. The check-in attendant hands us back our passports. And as she's handing my passport back to me, she smiles at me and she says, "Have a great trip back home." Home. I immigrated to Canada when I was 5 years old. This is the home that I've known. But I forget sometimes that not everyone sees it that way. Not everyone sees me as having this be my home. And so sometimes it's shown in an innocent comment, not meant to be harmful or anything, with "have a great trip back home." And sometimes it's a more pointed comment, like my coworker who yells, "The terrorist just came," as soon as I enter the room and starts to laugh. It was a year after 9/11, so those terrorist comments were a lot in my world. We get on the train, that'll be a long train ride. We get on the plane, and after a 13-hour plane ride and a stopover in Amsterdam, we get to the airport in Iran, and we're greeted by family. Lots of hugs, lots of trying to figure out who's who, because children are now teenagers. There's new children, there's new wives and husbands of my cousins, just a lot of new faces to try to place and understand who's who. We get the pleasantries out of the way in the airport and we all file into the cars and go to my grandparents' house. My maternal grandparents' house is where our home base is. And that's my favorite part of the trip to Iran. It's like a rotating door and everyone, all the family comes throughout the trip to visit. At any time of day, everyone's filing in and out. Our trip is spent going shopping, visiting family, but my favorite parts are spent sitting in my grandmother's house with a bowl of pomegranate seeds that all the cousins are sitting around eating spoonfuls of, or eating honeydew straight out of the skin, all chopped up porks. My cousins and I also like to go walking to the corner store. And sometimes we go get our snacks and then we'd walk around. So my sister, cousin, and I walked to the corner store one day, got some snacks, and started walking in the neighborhoods. And in the heat of the sun, midday sun, my nose started to bleed, which is not uncommon. My cousin went and knocked on a door, and a girl about 8 or 10 years old opened the door, and she said, "Dad, the neighbor is here. Come here, come here." Now, we didn't know this child. Everyone was the neighbor in this area. And so they invited us in. Her father came over, cleaned up my nose, gave us all ice water to drink, made sure the bleeding stopped, and offered us food. We declined the food because we had to get back to our house. We'd been gone for quite some time, and we were afraid that our parents would be worried. But they told us that we can go back anytime, and we will come back anytime. It was such a community feel that I wasn't used to. Strangers helping strangers. Such a warm feeling. In general, visiting Iran was like a warm hug. Just the kindness that everyone shows, you never want to leave. The attention they pay to you, the kindness, the love that they have for you, we never wanted to leave. On the day that we were leaving, it was a tear-filled goodbye at the airport. And one of my cousins, as we were saying goodbye, said to me, "But you must be happy to be going back home to Canada." Home. I'm from 2 countries, but neither country claims me. The country of my birth, where my family lives, and the country where I grew up and I live. From one, I learned about perseverance and the importance of community. From the other, I learned acceptance and the importance of multiculturalism. I'm from 2 countries. Neither of them claim me, but I claim both. Thank you very much.